Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to another Market Mates episode. It's great to be live with you all. Lots of news happening around the world. Lots of price action, markets updates. We'll be updating you all in the coming hour or so. Craig, can you check the private chat for me quickly, just to have that question for you to answer? But GM to everyone. Hope everyone's doing well. Still a lot of confusion coming out of obviously the Iran and the Middle East, and holy fuck! Oh my god, Craig! Oh my god, I've absolutely cooked on a trade this morning. I've absolutely cooked on a Farcoin trade this morning. Okay, I checked the chart. It was a huge scam week. Oh my god! Oh my god! Holy, it's just absolutely dumped, bro. I saw the pump. Yeah. I was short. It pumped up crazy. Look at this. Look at this. Hold on. I got to share the screen. Sorry. This is breaking news. I mean, I had an alert set. I did a live with yeah, okay, it's cool. So busy. Yeah, so hopefully we have our friend Busy jumping on the show. But Craig, yeah, if we have a look here, Farcoin, I got a notification this morning that it pumped really randomly. It was so random, man. But basically, I saw this big pump, and I was like, you know what, that seems overextended. We've grabbed some liquidity here. I'm pretty keen to short from this level. And if we have a look at the chart, guys, if I just pull that over to this screen, so it's a bit easier for me. The wick, bro, look at the wick.
That's outrageous.
I top ticked it. I'm not even gonna lie. What's my entry? My entry was crazy. 24.2 cents, man. Oh, GG's, bro. GG's. Thanks for playing. Thanks for playing.
Did you exit?
No, I just took a little bit of profit now, and I'll move stop loss break even. Hold on, let me just do that. Apologies, but GM, everyone else, sorry. Live trading just before the show. Love to see it. Craigie, mate, how are you, mate? How's things? Talk to me this morning. How's your life?
Yeah, life's good, dude. GM, everyone, G mates, hello. Yeah, like Rennie said, we should have Busy on the show in about 20, 30 minutes. He did confirm last night, but obviously with Australian time zones and Americans like he is, you don't always get confirmation just before the show, but I did send him the link, Rennie, so he should be pulling up. Yeah, dude, some good news, some bad news. I have not made profit today. I didn't buy Mutant, everyone, so relax. I'm still looking, so I'm still checking it out. But a beautiful wick Greeny just copped there. We've got a bit of a dump on Testicle at the moment, pulled back a little bit, a couple of other things pulling back, Bitcoin pulling back a little bit after everyone proclaimed yesterday that the bull run was back. We are back at, 71K flat, so more or less. So, yeah, dude, business as usual, trading in a range. So well done in getting some profit, dude. It's a tough time. It's a tough time to make profits. Anytime you can get something like that. For those who can't see, it's a massive wick or candle to the upside, and Greeny shorted it, and it just absolutely dumped, and now the candle's just a thin wick. So it's about as good as it gets if you're short, really.
That is about as good as it gets. And I mean, like, this could still absolutely dump way further, Craig. I think this could easily hit us towards 16 cents. So yeah, really, I'm really happy.
Why did it pump like that?
I don't know, dude. I don't know why it's pumped, but I saw it this morning. I set up my first, I had a look, and Farcoin was up 15%. I was like, why is it up and nothing else is up? Then I sent an alert a little bit high. I got the alert and I was like, okay, well, hold on. I've got this liquidity level here. Pretty happy with that level. Yearly open as your stop loss just above there for those that maybe can't quite see. And sure enough, yeah, it's been cooked. So I hope this absolutely dumps to zero, and then I can make an absolute fortune here in the bear market. But jeez, everyone, so a bit of fun here.
He's going to love that because he's a Farcoin fan.
I completely forgot about that. Yeah, so just a bit of context. I'll introduce Busy when he arrives. But anyways, yeah, guys, we'll quickly go through some of the ceasefire conversations. We'll also quickly go through Claude updates as well. Hey, Milka, you're welcome. Hey, I'll quickly go through some AI news. Pepe obviously got a little bit of a boost this morning, which we'll talk about as well with the potential ETF filing, which is pretty nuts in the middle of a bear market. Like GG's, it's a meme coin. Yeah, hopefully Busy will be on the show in about 20-ish minutes. So Busy, yeah, he's big in the world of memes, big in the world of liquidity and whatnot. So it'll be great to chat to him. But yeah, sick to cook on a meme coin this morning. But yeah, huge updates, Craig. I mean, Craig, this is wild. You know how I said my Mac Mini, Mac Minis in Australia were really hard to get your hands on? I went via a store in Melbourne, which I purchased from before. And I called them and they're like, yeah, hopefully we'll get something in the next week or so. They literally got one the next day and shipped it to me. It's going to be here on Monday. So I'm literally going to have a Mac Mini on Monday. And I can't wait to set up some more autonomous processes in my life. I can't wait to create content around this and all that sort of stuff. And I'm going to briefly talk about that shortly. But Claude continues to ship every single day really at the moment, like just consistent updates. So it's great by their part. The interesting part is that they're trying to really shift the narrative from using Claude as an external resource, but very much trying to keep it in-house, right? And it makes sense, man. You want to dominate the narrative, so it makes sense. But anyways, overnight, Claude had basically come out and they've introduced this new process. So Claude Managed Agents. So everything you need to build and deploy agents at scale in pairs, an agent harness tuned for performance with production infrastructure, so you can go from the prototype to launch in days. Public beta to the Claude platform, Craig. This is getting absolutely insane, and I need you to spend time on AI so we can have proper conversations. We need to get Zeneca back on the show. We need to get a few other people on the show to talk everything AI. I know Easy's been chatting to me in my DMs, and hopefully we can get him on the show soon because he's big in this world. I know NFT Nick, or Choose Rich Nick. I joined his community and shared that with GTG yesterday. There's a lot of people. I mean, if you aren't using it, I feel like, well, not even using it, but if you aren't understanding it, then you're really doing yourself a disservice, because this is where the world's heading. And so many of my normie friends, Greg, still have no idea. So it tells me I'm so early. And you want to be early to trends. You want to be early to the internet. You want to be early to crypto. You want to be early to AI, whether that's building AI, whether that's using AI, whether that's selling AI products or whatever it is. It's so important that you stay up to date, because AI is shifting the world of tech, it's shifting humans unlike anything else in history, okay? The next 5 years will be the fastest rate of change that humans have ever observed in history, okay? I'm talking millions of years. I'm talking, like, it is astronomical. And if you aren't putting yourself, it's just like, people are scared now. Imagine what you're going to be scared in a year, in 2 years, in 5 years. Like, if you aren't trying to stay up to date with this, your the rate of change and the scaredness, your anxiety, whatever it is, it's going to be worse. So you might as well try and stay up to date. So basically, just to summarize before I ask Greg's input on this, basically the update is shipping a production agent meant months of infrastructure work first. Managed agents handle that for you. Define your agents, task tools, guardrails, and we run it on our infrastructure. Here's what early customers have built. So basically, Claude is the harness. You can have a sandbox over on the side. You can have a session over on the other side. You've got tools plus resources like MCP. I just literally dropped a YouTube video about Claude and Blowfin as a MCP, because they've supported this as well. And you've also got oh my God, I can't even say that word. Orchestration as well. So, I mean, they've supported, so basically they're running this in parallel with teams that they've worked with before. So Notion's up there, Asana's another one up there, Rakuten is another one, Sentry is another one, Vibe Code app is another one. You can check all these work places out and workspaces, right? But this is pretty crazy. So if you are interested, I suppose, in the crypto and the trading bot side and the integration of MCP from Claude to Blowfin, for example, and hopefully I'll be able to do it with other platforms and exchanges soon. And you want to see me building proper things in real time. I'm talking a Pine script from scratch. I'm talking trading indicators from scratch. I'm talking using Claude to trade crypto for me. It's absolutely nuts, from my phone or obviously from my desktop. Head to my YouTube, Greeny Trades, and I've literally just dropped a video. It's been my best performing video in a long time. So it shows you, great. This honestly takes me back, Greg, to early meme coin narratives when not many people knew meme coins. I knew about how to trade them, knew it about the tech, and it's an exciting opportunity. So I'm very excited for the first time in a while around content, because AI and trading is very much traded, and AI and blockchain and AI and crypto is very much the future. It's hard not to see that.
I don't have enough hours in the day, man, for all this stuff. Jesus Christ.
Yes, you do, Craig. Sleep less.
Yeah, I know. Man, now I just got all my tax done. Greeny's obviously aware of this, so I've been getting which he just did too. That was a bloody nightmare. Got that done, and I was about to start my futures training or trading again, and now I've got to do this. I'm like, fuck, man. Maybe I should just not learn futures. I should just learn Claude and get Claude to do it for me, man. Claude can learn it. Why am I going to learn it? Why don't I just let a robot learn it? What's the point of me even doing anything anymore? With this doing everything for me. Is that the right way to go about it, you reckon? Should I get this to work?
I mean, yeah, dude. The fact, if you okay, a couple of points on that. Don't spend, like, there is a faster way to learn, and it's by saying, hey, Claude, here is Craig, download a heap of documents, download a heap of videos, whatever it is, chuck it into Claude and say, summarize this into a 15-minute read and tell me everything I need to know. like even summarize it into a Word document that I can use as my trading regime on the side, it'll save you days of learning. Okay. It'll save you days of learning, and it'll give you the same output that it would if you were just doing it yourselves, where you're going through one video at a time or one trading course. Exactly. Like, honestly, dude, like, use Claude or use ChatGPT. Both work fine for this, what we're talking about, but just use them to improve your understanding of trading, of understanding liquidity, understanding levels to watch, like just simple terms, support, resistance, FVGs, order blocks, Fibonacci levels to be for confluence, volume. Okay, all these sort of things. Once you you get the basics, you can begin to start trading, but then you can start taking it to that next level with what is AI even like. I mean, the world is changing at the fastest rate. It's exciting, but it is a worry. It's a worry. Like, I think about this. Like, we are so lucky to be in the industries that we are in terms of crypto, because you probably are front running a lot of society ahead of what their knowledge is around AI. I mean, I just spoke to my mate before, and he's like, Grinny, like, oh, I've heard of Claude, but I still don't know what's going on. I'm like, dude, you need to be on there. You need to be starting to integrate it into your life, integrate it into your budget, integrate it into whatever it is, your processes. And I think like agents, I mean, I listened to a Raoul Paul interview with a guy who created Beep It or something. It's a platform that they built on Sui. So in classic, only keeps his friendship group of the people who invested in similar products. But anyways, that's beside the point. The interesting takeaway was that they both believe that the biggest shift is not necessarily GDP, but it's a shift to machine learning and machine GDP, right? And it's this shift that humans can't quite comprehend, that it's not on human time anymore, it's on machine learning time. And so that happens instantaneously compared to a human, which could take days or weeks to make decisions, right? So you're like, AI is advancing tech, it's advancing blockchain, it's advancing monetary systems, it's going to advance. I mean, we saw the software side of it all recently. Yesterday we spoke about that. But the interesting part, Craig, is that it's no longer just building a product for humans. It's building a product for agents. Because like, you might have 5 agents, Easy might have 20 agents, I might have 10 agents working at one time, right? And like, it's AI is the infrastructure for agents. It's no longer going to be humans. Humans are going to be running agents in their life. Or if you're not running agents in your life, you're going to be so behind the 8 ball, right? And that's the exciting part for me, is that we have the time, but also the resources and the knowledge and the trading understanding of crypto. We should be dominating the next 2 to 5 years because of where we are and what we know.
Yeah, I agree. With what's your suggestion? Like, say I want to start using this and I want to use it for my trading and all that. Would you use Claude? You did mention before.
100%. Yeah, you got to use Claude. You got to use Claude if you want trading. I mean, the fact that they continue to ship these updates, like we've just shown you here on the screen, and it's keeping it all in house. Yeah, dude, you got to use Claude. Like, I mean, go watch my video too. It's about how you integrate MCP from Claude to TradingView to Blowfin. Very simple, very simple. I'll probably do some more videos on that soon. Alex said, am I running any agents? No, my Mac Mini will arrive on Monday, and then I'm going to be setting up my agents. So I'm just trying to work out still. Zeneca wrote his brother arrived last week, and I asked him a bunch of questions. He wrote his previous letter, his newsletter letter this week on this topic. And I'll probably be chatting to him, to Easy, maybe to Nick as well. Like, what's the best setup now? Because OpenClaw, well, not OpenClaw, but Claude has basically just kind of come out and trumped OpenClaw. So it's kind of like, well, do you go down the Google route? Because Google has just introduced some new LLMs. It's pretty nuts to see. So it's an exciting time. And dude, MarketMates has more viewers than me. What the hell? They have 2,000. What? Dude, Twitter algos.
I think it's because I shared, the room in a couple of group chats where Busy's quite active.
Oh, nice.
So I think that's probably it's either a lot of testicle fans, or we've got a whole bunch of.
You know what? It probably is. It is the testicle Memecoin fans. It is.
Write a comment if you're not a testicle fan. If you hold the Memecoin, you're actually in this chat for that reason, because I saw the numbers spike as well. I was like, holy shit, look at MarketMates flourishing. Let's go.
Yeah. So no, exciting times, Craig. But I mean, like, yeah, I'd say watch my video if you want to understand how you can integrate Claude very simply with Blowfin or other trading exchanges and TradingView, and how you can literally build it from free at home, from the comfort of your desk. It's crazy, man. But yeah, this is super exciting. Claude, I mean, this is the thing, like the difference between learning trading Yeah, great. Hey, they're all here, Craig. They're all here in the chat. Chat's blowing up.
Hopefully Busy shows up, man. Or this is
I hope Busy does show up. But anyways, the exciting part about this is that, well, not even the exciting part, is you can't really keep up to date. So I can't remember, someone summarized it yesterday for me, and I really understood it. But it's like, with the difference between trading and, say, AI courses is that trading is a course that you can always learn, right? It's not really going to change because it's market structure, it's liquidity levels, it's mathematics, it's human psychology, it's fundamentals and structure, right? And technical analysis. The thing about AI is it's evolving every day. So someone who wrote a course 2 weeks ago, that's outdated, bro. It's not even relevant anymore. So kind of spending time learning something that was built like 2 weeks ago is kind of like, well, hold on a minute. Maybe I'm not really that interested in anymore in that. I should be trying to stay up to date with these bloody daily updates. But I mean, it's wild, dude. I mean, what 6 months ago, Grace, was not even on our radar, and now look at it. Autonomous agents. Guys, autonomous agents are going to be trading your meme coins like Testicle very, very soon.
Beautiful. Yeah, that's pretty exciting stuff. So a Claude must use. Do I have to have a new machine for this, or can I just do it on mine if I don't allow?
No. So, okay, yeah. The only reason you would have a new machine, the only reason you have a new machine is if you want to run things like on that machine. So, for example, if you're just using the chat, so Claude Chat, or ChatGPT Chat, you don't really need to worry about it. If you want to run things autonomously, well, I mean, maybe Claude's changing it now because it might be browser friendly. I assume it's not going to be browser friendly. You still need to download the app, and then obviously it needs to be attached to your file. So if you're using Claude Cowork or Claude Code, it needs to have access to your files, which is the security layer that you then need to add, right? Which is why I've got the Mac Mini, so that it's completely separate to anything else, okay? And particularly crypto and wallets and all that shit, right? Now, don't get me wrong. I'm probably going to set up like a Hyperliquid account, a Blowfin account, a range of other, I know Polymarket's a big thing as well. So maybe I'll set up those via my agents as well. But this is all going to be separate. It's all going to be on the Mac Mini, and it's all going to be separate to my crypto, my day job, all that sort of stuff. And that's why you would go get a new device. And I mean, you can still use old like MacBooks as well. Like I've been using my old MacBook Air as well the last few days to do it. So as long as it's separate, that's the main takeaway for why you would have that.
Yeah, gotcha. And if you are going to use it, where do you go to use it? Like, so I want to use it right now. Just go to, where do I go, Greeny? Like, I'm
go to Claude, just Claude AI, bro. Claude AI. But yeah, if you want to watch that trading video, just go to my YouTube and it's on there, and that's how you integrate it all. Yeah.
I'm on there now. I'm building things as we speak.
I love it, bro. I love it.
I'm not even here.
Yeah, no, I'm not here. Right? This isn't me. This is AI. But latest AI news: the Pentagon used Palantir and Anthropic's Claude to hit 1,000 targets in Iran in 24 hours. Now the ethics debate is exploding, and this is the thing, Greg. Like AI is so advanced now that now we really need to consider the ethical side of it, the regulational side of it, and all that sort of stuff. Badini says that MCP video that I recorded was a good watch, Greeny, so clean compared to my janky setup. Do you know if Hyperliquid is planning MCP, or do they have it? I'm not sure, Legend. I will look into that over the coming days. I will, and pretty much I'll be dropping stuff as soon as I know and do a little bit more research. So I appreciate you guys enjoying that video. It was a fun video to record. But yeah, I mean, Craig, they're using AI to win wars. That's pretty nuts.
Yeah. What exactly did they to identify targets? Maybe, was it?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
I mean, obviously they're not going to say exactly how they used it.
No, here's a little bit of information. So embedded processes like satellite imagery, drone feeds, radar data, signal intelligence, prioritize targets, GPS coordinates, weapons recommendations, automated legal justifications. So there you go. Pretty crazy. 2,000 intelligent analysts now reporting requires approximately 20 people because of AI, dude. Look, that's a 10x drop. Right? Hold on, let me zoom in so it's easier for people to see.
Whoa.
That's a 10x drop in work. Okay? That you cannot underestimate that. That's crazy. Before Busy obviously gets here, I really hope I don't quick fire topics and then he doesn't arrive. That would be the worst.
I've followed him up a few times. If he doesn't message back in the next 15, I'll be skeptical, but I have followed him up as much as I can, guys. I've pumped him really. So
okay, cool. No, I can't wait to chat with him about liquidity pools and all that sort of stuff. So big news overnight, obviously out of Iran and Lebanon. But despite the ceasefire agreement, all indications are that the maritime traffic through the Strait of Hormuz remains severely disrupted. That was updated as of a couple of hours ago. Breaking, Iran is requiring ships to pay tolls to pass through the Strait of Hormuz. Now this is crazy, Greg, either in crypto or in Chinese yuan, according to WSJ. That's really interesting. And I've been saying this for a while. And again, not trying to create FUD, not trying to be, I mean, this isn't racism, but the US dollar, we are heading into where China is now the global superpower. Trust me. In the coming years, China, and that's why they've been buying gold. Maybe not the yuan might not become the global currency, but gold or some other form of stablecoin might become the global currency. But US is in a, I mean, we can speak on it, Craig, because we're obviously outside the US. We're not blindsided by the headlights are on. Like, I mean, like we can understand like how the global sort of situations work. And I watched a YouTuber, I said this a while back on a show, watch a YouTuber, and he says like over history of time, like there's always countries that dominate and then they often lose power, right? So you think back like England, the UK, London, it was the epicenter of everything back in the 1800s, the 1900s, right? I mean, 1700s. Then all of a sudden the US came out over the tech period over the sort of last year or so. And China's emerging as that real strong frontier of robotics, of AI, of just dominance as a global superpower. So Craig, it's scary, but it's also opportunity. But isn't this interesting that Iran is requesting that people pay via crypto or Chinese yuan? That's pretty crazy.
Yeah, man. Yeah, hopefully it pumps our bags. I saw that this morning and I was like, yeah, let's go. It cracked me up. Someone put a post up saying, imagine if the ship paid in Bitcoin and had to wait about an hour for the block to clear the member.
That's such a quality. I love that. I love that.
Like, yeah, that would be so annoying. You got this big tanker full of oil and you got to wait an hour for the mempool to clear. So funny, bro. Yeah, classic. But yeah, I thought that was pretty interesting, that article. I guess it just shows you, I mean, back in the day, you would have thought that was a scam post. If you went back 4 or 5 years, you're like, no, they're not. Now you're like, are they actually taking crypto? I'm like, and I mean, it makes perfect sense that they would. Why wouldn't they take crypto? It's instantaneous. It's fast. If you use USDC, USDT, especially on Solana, it's like, it's a second, man. You get it so fast. Ethereum's not much slower either. So, I mean, I'd accept it. Why not? I mean, I guess the ship's not going to give you bags of cash, probably. So, yeah, it's a sign of the times. Even these guys are accepting crypto. So, if you're not in crypto, I don't know why you aren't. Because if Iran's taking it, then Jesus Christ, man. No, great. I mean, I was going to say great news. I don't know about great news, but interesting news, we could call that one. I guess, yeah, good for crypto in a way that everyone's using it. Even Iran, love or hate them or whatever you think about them, they're using it. So, just, I mean, how do they? What are their wallets? Can we? How do we?
No, that's it, dude. And that's the crazy part. Like,
look at their wallet and see how much money they're making.
It is actually crazy to think like how much actually now happens in the world where we actually don't even know what's going on, you know?
And like Iran end up making loads of Bitcoin from this. Will the US go in and take all their Bitcoin like they did with who'd they go in and take all the Bitcoin from?
Venezuela.
Yeah. Is this the new oil? Is this the new reason to go in and bring democracy?
I mean,
Bitcoin.
But it shows you why the US have been so focused on accumulating Bitcoin, right? And it's an exciting time because it shows you where the world is heading, and the use cases are happening in real time. Craig, we used to dream. I mean, I'm class of 2016 for crypto. I used to dream of lessons like this, and people who maybe are more recent in the crypto, like they don't even understand that this is like if you think back even like 4 years ago, the fact that this is like normal news now, that's crazy compared to where
this legit would have been like FUD back in the day. You would have read this and gone, it's impossible. Like I said, when I came in 21, this article, everyone would have been like, bullshit, there's no way. And now this is actually, when I read it, and you're right, the change in mentality from 21 till now, which is only 5 years, man. 5 years is not that long.
Exactly.
For a country to accept crypto payments for oil, it's just like, where to from here, man? What's the next 5 years going to be?
Because it comes into that whole conversation like we were speaking about before. AI integration is happening in real time, man. It's happening in real time. And if you look, AI, blockchain just makes sense for AI, right? It really makes sense for AI. So, Yeah, dude, it's exciting times, man. Exciting times. So, but yeah, I mean, I don't know if Busy's coming, man. We're half an hour into the show. I don't know if he's coming. But no, we already talked about that one. Oh no, I forgot to share. Gosh, I pulled it up. Busy. Craig's going to follow up with Busy and see if he does jump in. So, yesterday, guys, we had $1.5 trillion in value added to the US stock market. Because of obviously, or I mean, it's today. So, I mean, it's Australia time. So it's during the middle of the night. But basically, huge update because obviously there's the ceasefire, but then there's been indecision around the ceasefire. We don't really know what's happened. We don't know what's happening in Lebanon and whatnot. But great to see. It's so funny, man. Like, I mean, the next article I got pulled up to is just shows you how funny retail participants really are on these particular moves. But okay, hasn't read it yet here. Yeah, okay. So he's probably forgot about it, but that's okay. We'll keep chatting.
He's typing. He's typing.
Oh, he's okay. So okay, he might be here. Okay. So anyway,
he's sick. I think. Let's see what he types. Okay, maybe he's got. Oh, he's sick as a dog, you reckon? Because I was going to say he's very polite, Busy. He's not the sort to stand me up. He's a very polite guy.
He'll be back maybe tomorrow, the next day. He'll be back tomorrow.
I'll just tell him let's move it. We don't want to.
No pressure.
I don't want to catch it through the ethos. Yeah. Okay, bro. Let's do it another day. We'll let him rest up.
The main takeaway, Craig, here is isn't it wild how people are so reactive, right? It's the same in crypto. I'm about to pull up an article about that as well. But they add money when there's good news and they sell money when there's bad news. They add stocks when the market pumps and they sell stocks when the market dumps. They buy crypto when the market pumps. They sell crypto when the market dumps. I mean, isn't it just, it's literally the opposite of what you should do as a savvy investor, okay? Justin, spot BTC ETF volume surpassed $2.4 billion today. That's up tremendously. But isn't that funny, Craig? Because Bitcoin's at $72,000 or just shy of $71,000. Why were they not buying last week at 65K?
Excitement. Oh, actually, I'll take that back. Emotions. Emotions are why you would do what they are doing. And it's very hard as a human not to trade with emotion. But if you learn to trade with less emotion, you will fare much better than those who don't. I saw an article just that ties into this. Morgan Stanley Bitcoin ETF launched strongly. They just recently launched, did they? The new low-fee spot ETF.
Oh.
MSBT with a 0.14 fee. So I think it's quite low fees. Debuted and pulled in $34 million on day one, a major Wall Street entry into crypto. So yeah, we've got other ETFs slowly coming into it. I don't know if it's a separate branch of what, but maybe it's a lower fee. I don't know. But apparently they launched in the last, must be 24, 48 hours and saw a strong day as well. Something like 24 million or something, which
would put it up in the mid-range of this area. So Morgan Stanley 33.9 there. So
yeah. So look, more and more of these guys are coming into Bitcoin. Gee, that's a lot of buying, eh? Wow,
it's buying at the wrong
time, though, right?
Yeah, it just shows you this
Bitcoin, I suppose.
Severe downside pressure, Craig. I mean, like if we have a look at Bitcoin, we've just pulled up the ETF inflow outflow. Yesterday was actually negative outflows. The day before was also negative outflows, but the 2 days before were positive. So, I mean, if you have a look here, whenever price spikes, you see a spike in ETF volume. Whenever price goes down, you see a spike in outflow volume. It's based. I've said this before, Craig. ETF is not a bullish or bearish tracker. If anything, it's just retail compounding what they would do on chain, but now they have the flexibility of doing it via an ETF.
Yeah, it's just retail as they always trade. It's actually quite interesting to be able to see the data now, though. Like you always could theorize what retail were doing.
Yeah.
Now you can actually see the data printed like this and go confirmation. So the ETFs they're quite funny to me.
Yeah, exactly.
They behave just like retail. Are they bullish? Yes, over time. They are. It's definitely bullish. Sorry, I take that back. It's definitely bullish. We prayed for days like this.
Yeah, but accessibility.
What you don't want to do is track this and go, oh, inflows, must buy.
Gotta buy. Oh,
I would be looking at the big outflow days. And making buys then, maybe.
Let's analyze that. So if we have a look here, okay, the two largest spikes, so all-time high, okay, we have this huge all-time buy price spike up into $124,000 on the 10th of February. This is, 10th of February. On the 6th of October, this was, a few days, a week before we obviously had a capitulation event of liquidation masses. What you notice here, Craig, is the second largest spike in the whole history of Bitcoin ETFs was when Bitcoin was at its highest price in history. Okay. The third largest spike was when Bitcoin was at 116K. Okay. So that shows me that billions of dollars, hundreds of billions of dollars are being plowed into Bitcoin at all-time highs. Now let's compare it to when the largest outflows were. We have one of the second largest outflow was when Bitcoin dumped to 86K on the 20th of November last year. The second most recent largest dump was when Bitcoin started to fall off a cliff and head below 85K. So as Craig said, like it's great to see this data, and the data further compounds our understanding that retail has no idea what they're doing. They have no idea what they're doing, and anybody using this as a tool has no idea what they are doing. Okay, so if you see someone refer to this, okay, yeah, sure, it's great. As I said before, accessibility, fantastic. It allows way more trillions of dollars of assets of people, individuals, hedge funds, etc., to get money. But you know what? The reason these hedge funds have introduced it, the reason these companies have it, it's to earn fees. They're earning revenue from the fees of people trading in and out of these assets. That's why as soon as they got regulated, they were all like, yeah, no, I want this, because they want to make money from it. They don't care about the asset. They care about business, and their business is the fees that they earn from the transactions that occur with the ETFs. That's why I buy spot on chain. That's why I buy it on chain. Anyways, that's beside the point. You don't have a management fee. You don't
fees for sure.
It is about fees. But anyways, the conclusion here is anybody using this as a tool for understanding, they literally click unfollow because they have no idea about how price action works or no idea about how assets move. So anyways, any last moment about conversation about that, Craig? Assets under management is down to only 90 billion. At the peak in October last year is 160 billion, Craig. So we've already lost 70 billion worth of assets under management on Bitcoin specifically in just the past 6 months. That's pretty crazy.
I think it'll go lower and lower over this next year. You'll probably see this plummet lower and lower. Mm-hmm. And then I will buy, and then I'll sell when that skyrockets, and it's an all-time high again. Once again, probably a good thing to counter trade.
Well, I mean, yeah, just counter trade it, as you said. Buy when people want. Buy when there's huge mass exits, and sell when there's huge mass increases in the ETFs, and you're probably going to walk away profitable.
Very much so. Yeah, I saw someone writing about that. About 6 months ago, and it's sort of why I was counter trading it in the whole of 25 was they alluded to the fact that most of these fund managers and that the fees they collect are how they make a lot of their money. Yeah. And so if you've got a retail investor come to you, they're not so much advising anyone or doing any, there's no real education or advising or whatever. It's just like, oh, you want to buy? Fantastic. Let's go. And they're basically, it's like if you've anyone who's worked in sales, it's like you have a walk-in or a customer walks into the store and says, I want this. You're like, yeah, jackpot. Especially if it's at the end of your day, say you've got a quota to hit for that day, you need a $500 sale. Someone walks in and buys something for $500. You don't even care what that is, man. You're just like, thank you, my boss is happy. I'd say that's what happens here. These guys just collect massive fees. And look, we've watched Wall Street over the last 100 years probably not act in the interest of the consumer at all. So why would anything change now? So as long as you know that, it's not like it's the worst thing in the world. Just know it and trade against it, and you can actually get a win. Their greed can actually end up benefiting you because now we can track everything. So I don't mind. You just got to understand how the world works and then go from there, really.
Yeah.
Which is why this show's so good, Greenie, because we tell people straight what you need to look at. I mean, this data just alone here is pretty useful. Like I was using this all last year to trade and was so helpful, dude. The ETF inflow and outflow is like a cheat sheet. I mean, obviously, I think people are probably cotton on to this, but I don't even think that'll take away the value in it. Not retail's just so ravenous and they don't change their tune. So I think we can keep using it next bull run probably in the bear as well.
I mean, yeah, it is crazy where the world's heading. So, I mean, for me, it's pretty exciting, really, isn't it? It's pretty exciting. it's just nice to use it as a counter trade. It is nice to use it as a counter trade. And I think if you need to think outside the box. If someone tells you like this is consensus, it's probably not the right way to go about it. You want to be thinking about the counter. Like you need like
No,
if everybody was using the same strategies, no one would make money. Okay.
no,
That's
right.
That's why there's only a minority that makes money consistently, because they know how to think outside their box. They know how to stay up to date with trends. They have learned. I mean, I've lost so much money in the past, but it's taught me everything I need to know to get to where I am today, right? And I have the most money I've ever had in my life, right? Because of unfortunately mistakes, failures, like successes are a learning curve as well, right? So, anyways, big news, Craig. This is great for you because I know you love this sort of stuff. But Pepe,
Big Pepe.
just in Canary files an S1 for Pepe ETF. This was news as of this morning, 2 hours ago. Huge news. And guess what, Craig? And guess what, viewers? Pepe has absolutely done a huge nothing to this news. It is literally only up. It's actually down 4% on the day.
Yeah. Slow and steady, man, for the frog. Ribbit. Yeah. Not much bounce. Bear markets, those sorts of news articles probably aren't going to hit that well. And unfortunately, we've seen the ETF application news articles before. We saw with Pengu. We've seen it before. I think Mog even had an ETF application, didn't it, at one point about a year ago? So I think people are a little bit less excited by this sort of stuff. In saying that, still pretty cool. Still, it's pretty funny to me, actually, that there's an ETF based on a friggin' frog, Memecoin. But anyway, I guess whatever. It didn't really move the needle, did it?
No.
What will move the needle for Pepe or a meme coin? What would move it? What, Trump buying or something? Or like,
yeah, I mean, probably, but more so like just market conditions being better. Like I said, like it's like all of this stuff is happening, right? We had a ceasefire and Bitcoin only got to 72K. That tells you everything you need to know about how much time we still have in this bear market period or reaccumulation period, whatever you want to call it.
Tumbleweeds, There's no money, man. There's no
exactly.
one left.
Like as soon as sellers are exhausted, okay, and buy pressure is higher than sellers being exhausted, that is the signal that a bottom is likely in. And I'm still not 100% confident that the bottom is in. I still lean very much towards, I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, there's indecision still in the market right now. I'm actually still short. I don't even have Bitcoin chart open, but I am short on Bitcoin because it's showing weakness at this range high. And we spoke about that yesterday on the show. I said, Craig, if it's not good, it's in a bit of profit now. But here, let me pull up the chart. But like I said, like you've got this people who maybe don't watch. I mean, people are gonna be like, Greeny, you have so much trash on your chart. This is where I want Craig to get to. I want him to get to these levels, guys. Okay, so we can have these conversations live on the show.
These deep chats. FEGs, man. I'm all about it.
DMMs, Craig. We're having DMMs about TA live on the show so people can learn, but also AI. So I need you there, bro. I need you there. Anyways, so as you can see here, this is our key daily level. Has always been around that 71.5. We obviously wicked up into here. We have a daily FEG sitting between 73.3 and 71.9. We wicked up into there. We actually have multiple SFPs. So swing for, I hate that I've autoed it. Anyways, we have multiple SFPs. So that shows me that liquidity has grabbed the first big spike up into this daily FEG. We came up, we grabbed it again, and now we're obviously consolidating this range this morning. We've broken the range on low time frame. So 4 hour, we'll probably get a 4 hour close in 18 minutes. If it maintains the structure and is below 71.2, then yeah, we're probably heading towards some of these lower levels down here. I mean, there's huge gaps in liquidity down here. 69 would probably be around my first target, and then back towards the mid-range, wave down at 67K. Weakness here, Craig, it just shows you still, unless you get acceptance above this level here at 71.6. I said, we are at a inflection point. You're at such an important level.
Yeah.
Here, I tweeted about it as well. I shared this in GTG. I shared this setup yesterday in GTG, and it's absolutely cooking. So I'd love to see it. Again, 7-day free trial tomorrow. I mean, either two ways. You can either sign up and get a 7-day free trial straight away and go to GTG website, or you can do $1 million of volume on BTCC. Sign up down below. It's in the description. Okay, it's an exclusive deal. Yeah, Craig is going to chuck in the chat. Sign up to our partners BTCC. Do $1 million of trading volume. Not that hard. Okay, not that hard. Okay, obviously still try and make money when you're trading. That's the goal. But once you've done that, send me your UID number, and then we will give you a free month inside GTG. Okay, exclusive deal, probably maybe end of April. We'll cut that deal off. So, guys, do it, check it out, do it, and then you can join us, join Craig and I, join Sexy. He's such a goat, man. He's New York sessions, absolutely cooks every day, absolute goat. I've told my wife recently, I'm like, hey babe, it might be time that because of just the low volatility nature of bear markets, babe, I might have to stay up till midnight to trade the New York session. I'm sorry, but I might have to do
about it as well at some points too.
I don't know, man. It's just gonna it just messes up your life. It
does. You'll have no social life, unfortunately, if you do that. Not even one with your wife.
I mean, I don't even have a social life as it is. I'm a lonely guy. So, got back into running. I went for a 4K run last night.
Yeah, let's go.
Longest run in 2 years, dude. So,
I did cardio yesterday as well, dude. I did my cardio yesterday, so I'm feeling pretty good about myself too at the moment. Just might as well, right? Well, the market's like this, might as well get your body and mind sharp.
You said it yesterday on your clip, man. You said, hey, it's a bear market. Like, get back into healthy regimes. So yeah, I love it. I love it. So it's pretty simple for me. It's like create content around AI, trading. Look for trade setups on high confluence. Don't trade all this rubbish on low time frames. Zoom out a little bit. Identify high. And I said this. I said, hey, the areas where I like to trade is at extensions, right? The extensions of these levels. And we, as you can see here, we're struggling to show strength above 72K. So good to see. Hey, Zah, good to see you, legend. Good to see you. So anyways, but yeah, Craig, your goal, AITA.
I agree. I reckon I'll retire this year based on those two.
Yeah, I mean, you are.
Again, I get to retire again, man. I've retired once in 21, once in 24, and I'll get to retire again. Every time it just doesn't quite work out, eh?
Yeah.
That's just this market just keeps pulling me back, Greeny. Just keeps pulling me back.
Well, Craig, as I said, the next drop in price in a macro sense, I get so greedy, man.
Yeah,
I'm pretty keen to buy.
I think we're on our way down here, just speaking specifically about Bitcoin. We spoke about this yesterday. If you go to yesterday's stream, guys, and listen to us talking about Bitcoin and the price action, and then put this clip on in this screenshot here, you'd think we could tell the future, wouldn't you? Like, we look like time travelers. I look like Marty McFly, man, from Back to the Future or something like that. Like, once you learn TA, the world trading becomes so much more peaceful, I reckon. Because I remember back in 21 when I didn't use it, that little pump we saw yesterday would have got me. I would have messaged my mate 10 times back in 21 going, this is it, we're going, I told you. And he would have gone, zoom out. And I used to hate hearing those words, dude. I used to hate it when you said zoom out. It used to make me angry. I used to actually physically or emotionally get angry in my stomach. Now, if you're getting emotional like that, you're not doing it correctly. And I had a few people this last bull run who've not turned up again since this happened. I won't say the name. There are a couple who used to call Greeny and I rude names, and all the names under the sun. When we said at about 106, we were probably going lower. And there were a few people that called us, all sorts of names. I won't repeat them because we'll probably get in trouble.
I mean,
very emotional responses though to us. Like, they were so angry. Like, and I was like, man, mad at me. Like, and guess what happened? It happened, bro. If they had just listened, they would have saved themselves 40% or 50 from the top. Can't help everyone. I guess bro, they're not even on the timeline. They've been gone since we broke down since 98. I'm like, wow, your conviction was so poor that even after you were wrong, instead of sticking around and learning, you left. Like, I can't think of anything worse than getting it wrong and then leaving.
Okay, it's funny you say this because I'm not here to brag. I'm just here to educate, right? And it's sometimes unfortunately, on Twitter and a lot of these social media platforms, you have to be a bit of a big head person. You have to show proof, right? Is basically the
you do. Otherwise, everyone just talks about what they said, right?
And like, there's this huge trader that's blown up on crypto Twitter, and he it's just
because he called the top, that guy.
I'm not. Yeah, he did. I'm not gonna name him. I'm pretty sure if you're on Twitter, you probably have seen him across your timeline, and everyone's calling him out because he's deleted previous tweets. He's like, he's a manipulator. He's selling them paid calls, all this shit, right? And sure, don't get me wrong, he timed the top, but he also shared a lot of things. He was like longing at 85 and that didn't go to plan. He was longing at 82 and that didn't go to plan. All this sort of stuff. Anyways, it's just like, it's so hard to find people who are organic, authentic, education-based, who actually, like, I care. Like, I'm a qualified teacher. I care about the people I educate. I want you to win. That's the biggest difference between, well, Craig has the same passion as me. That's why we literally worked together for 3 years. Like, it is so rare for you to have people like that. Another Easy is a great example of that. He wants you to win. He wants you to understand. He tries to educate you, tries to keep you up to date. Okay, people like that are so rare in our industry. So you really need to try and curate who you follow, what videos you watch, because a lot of the shit out there is for engagement. A lot of shit out there is for them to fill their pockets. Like, sure, I want to make money, but I want you to make money. Like, that's my goal. Anyways, I actually pulled this up. I had a look at a YouTube video I dropped 5 months ago, Craig. So 5 months ago was basically in October, November last year. Sorry, it's 6 months. YouTube seems to do weird with time, but it was like October period. So I mean, you can look here. It's like, where's the line? So it's basically, it started November, end of October. Bitcoin was at 107K. I said, we've got weekly levels that were swept. We've got 3 drives on weekly, 3 drives on monthly. We're below this level. We rejected it. We've lost the bull market support bands. I said, 5 months ago, I gave you a warning. Bitcoin was 107K. I said momentum was shifting and a crash was imminent. This was a decade of crypto experience. What it actually looks like, I'll retweet it so people would see. But I literally even said in the description, crypto market crash. Is the bull cycle over? And sure enough, it was. So, hey, you want to be following people like us. You want to be following people like us.
I agree. I would say as far as streamers out there with quality crypto information, dude, there's probably less than 5.
No. Like, I mean, different capacities, right? Thread guy, great. He interviews people. He's up to date with news, up to date with trends. I think he's great, but he's not it's not education in the trading sense, right? It's very different, very different. There's other shows that I appreciate as well, but it's more market commentary. And I know we've moved into the realm of market commentary more recently, but we still embed education like this every single day into our show, like we have for 3 years, Craig. So I actually put a tweet up yesterday. I said, I'm slowly curating my timeline to no longer be crypto dominant. It's actually moving into crypto, trading, and AI. And I've unfollowed about 1,400 people over the past month or two. It's affected. I mean, I'm sure it's my engagement's probably gone down and my blah, 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 whatever. I don't really care. But I've started to curate my timeline to follow people that actually give me information, not someone that's just engagement baiting or et cetera, right? It's in the world that is, I mean, oh, dude, it's so funny. Like, I'm a big Harry Potter fan, and there's these hilarious AI videos of like Harry Potter drip. Like, I don't know, it's like just drip. Yeah, bro, what's up? Like type shit. It's just hilarious. It's obviously AI videos, but it's like that's where the world is heading. That you can't even differentiate. I mean, obviously I can differentiate that one, but there's a lot of videos out there that I'm sure you wouldn't even realize are AI already, and that's scary because in a world that we're heading in that direction, you need to be able to find value, find trust in people who are alive every day or people who educate you, okay? Because it's going to be harder and harder and harder to actually find good resources like that moving forward, Craig, particularly with AI.
Speaking of AI, I saw apparently Michael Saylor made his first AI video today of him smacking a bear on the head.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he's put up his first AI video. So even the big fella's getting into AI, which I found quite funny. So yeah, a bit of an AI shout out there. Big Michael Saylor. He's making them now. So if that's not a hint to get into AI, I don't know what is, if that guy's getting into it. So I thought that was pretty funny. Hopefully he can slap the bear a bit harder because I think we've got longer to go, man. Yeah,
I agree. So anyways, Bitcoin's obviously breaking down. Testicle, we spoke about it. It has actually a bearish engulfing wick here on the daily, Craig. So probably if you didn't sell 12 million, it doesn't look too good. Particularly if Bitcoin does crash, it probably does head lower. I get interested in these sort of meme coins, as I said. If we start to go sideways for a period of time, or Bitcoin starts to really put in a local low or a big bottom and all those sorts of things, then I get pretty interested. But at this stage, I'm not really interested in anything just yet. My Filecoin short still going very well here. It is breaking low time frame structure. Really hope it breaks below 19.6 cents because if it does that, then it heads all the way back down to 16 cents. So happy to hodl this one. Took a bit of profit before on that. Last news here, last couple of topics. Latest crypto news. The US Clarity Act is stuck in a 4-way Senate fight. And the May window is closing very, very fast. I mean, we're in April already. We're at nearly the 10th of April. But basically, it's facing off between 4 firms. Okay, so banks, the SEC, sorry, not 4 firms, but 4 different parties, right? Crypto firms, banks, and the SEC. Okay, SEC, structural critics over whether the stablecoin platforms can pay yield to users. So, Craig, I mean, okay, so Poly Marketplace's 2026 signing odds at 63 to 66%. Ripple CEO Brad, we spoke about that, actually said it's closer to 80 to 90%. I don't know, Craig. It shows you that people want this to happen because it gives clarity. I mean, excuse the pun, but it gives clarity around everything, gives clarity around everything, all these companies, all these chains, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, I understand. Like we've spoken about this previously, maybe a month ago, around how banks want control. Banks rule the world, okay? Banks and governments rule the world. They don't want to relinquish control to these companies like Coinbase, right? But that's inevitable. Stablecoins are happening in real time. The adoption is real. What are your thoughts here, Craig?
Yeah, I wish the banks had just let it through, man, so the consumer could get a win. I mean, the best thing to happen with the banks would be the banks to just agree to it. So then the consumer has an option, and just let the capital markets, let the markets decide what they prefer, rather than the markets deciding what the consumer prefers. How about letting the consumer decide and put the banks and everyone even, and let's see what happens? But that's not going to happen, because the banks know over time. People have lost trust in the banks since 2008 when the banking collapse happened. I did. And I won't forget that. And probably a lot of other people won't. And as soon as there's a second option, they'll go buy. So unfortunately, what's most likely to happen is there'll probably be a bit of to and froing, and the banks will make sure that they still have a product that can compete or is slightly better. I don't know, man. What's your thought? What would you, I mean, if we're not going to get an even outcome, what would you accept, Greenie, for yourself? Like, what do you think's acceptable here? Should the crypto, people be pushing for that yield to be as high as possible? Oh yeah, man, that's insane.
Big fuck coin dump right now, live on the show. Gotta love it. Sorry,
Greenie's
guys.
a millionaire. Milky Bar's on Greenie today.
I only have 1% in the trade, so that's like $300-400. I can't remember.
Not bad. Yeah, would you, I mean, if say this bank savings account was, I'm just going to throw numbers in here, I don't know what they are at the moment, say it's 5% and crypto yield came out, what would be acceptable for you? Like, what would you say, oh, that's okay?
Well, see, I've always been a big fan of, I'm not really a yield guy, right? I not on chain, right? Like something like on a platform where you get 3%, it's like, yeah, it's still like, I have, if you can get in and out of it, then that's fine. But you got it, like the tax implications, the transactions implications, they're a nightmare. They're a bloody nightmare. And each transaction, so for example, some platforms, they pay out daily, right? And some of those platforms, they say you get 8% yield, but 5% of the yield is like, say, a separate token like Compound or AVAX or something like that. And the other 3% is USDC. So for example, you could have USDC staked and you get USDC as 3% on the position that you have. But then the other 5% comes from another token that you actually have to separately sell to then realize the gains back into USD or fiat, right? So you need to be extremely careful. So that's why they said, like, I don't think stablecoin yield could ever really exceed about 3% if it's on its own, okay? Is that interesting for me? Look, okay, this is, again, you got to, and this is what I try to help people in GGG around too. It's like, you need to think holistically about all these things. My offset account for my mortgage right now is its interest rate is 6.04%. So unless I can beat 6.04%, realistically, I mean, it's separate. It's in my personal name, not my business name. So that means I would have to filter money out of the business into personal name, which you can't do really tax efficiently. That's a separate conversation. But the offset account is my largest interest rate. Okay, it's 6.04. So that really shows me that any money I have in my personal name, Craig, should probably be sitting in my offset account, not in any other savings account. That's the first thing. Second, well, if it's in the business, which it is, well then, yeah, what's the better hold? Is buying Bitcoin during a bear period, or swing trading Bitcoin, swing trading Filecoin, whatever it is, every single day, and having 20K, 10K in an account on there and swing trade it, is that a better situation to put yourself in rather than like just putting 50 grand in a 3% yield? I don't know. I feel like I lean towards, I mean, it depends. Again, I talk about this so often. It depends on your circumstance, your IRL, your budget, all these sort of shit, how much time you have, how active you are, how much you want to give yourself to this cause. But because I'm plugging in every day, Craig, I have the ability that time is on my side, activeness is on my side, so I can trade more actively. And I feel like I could probably out trade a 3% yield. Like 3% in a year is pretty shitty, but it's also like guaranteed in a way. So maybe a portion of wealth I would allocate to that. But I feel like I'd rather, in a bear market period, probably buy Bitcoin. I don't know. Like I'd rather go, well, Bitcoin's here at, I mean, Bitcoin bloody volatility. You buy it at 60K, you can sell it at 70K. Could have done that multiple times. Look at the chart. I mean, that's the Filecoin chart. But look at this chart, Craig. If I zoom out to the daily, multiple times you could have swing traded this range, all right? Multiple times you could have swing traded this range, right? Bought it down here, bought Bitcoin at 65, sold it at 71, okay? You could have done that multiple times. That's the thing.
Yeah, I agree with you. The 3% yield isn't really going to get me excited, and any more yield than that, I'm not really going to trust.
Yeah.
Like if they come out and say we'll give you 20% yield on your Bitcoin, I'll be like, you're about to take my Bitcoin.
Yeah. You can't trust any DeFi protocol that's promising over 10% is red
I've
flags,
seen
bro.
it too many times. I've got rinsed too many times in 21 chasing
Yeah.
those exotic,
And
like ETH based ones.
And there's plenty of safe ones. Like obviously Hyperliquid has staking on their protocol. I think it's only 2% or something. But Syrup and Compound and all these huge DeFi protocols, you never know what can happen with a DeFi protocol, okay? So if someone says, yeah, look, I'm earning yield. I got 50K in this account. It's earning me 10% a year. Red flag, bro. Red flag, okay? Red flag. Red flag. Sure, if you got money to waste, go for it, okay? I know like Zeneca, great friend of ours. I know he would have had plenty of money across multiple DeFi protocols, but he was smart. He only put a small portion that he was happy to lose.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same as trading a meme coin. You only put in the amount that you're happy to lose, right? Like that's the goal.
I just seen in a group chat, Farcoin, a lot of the buys that were happening yesterday was Wintermute, and apparently someone was just saying they're the ones who sold shitloads just then.
Yeah,
I don't know if it's true, but
dude, look at this wick, bro. Like it's also just wicked to 18 cents and now back up to where it's been the last few days. Like this is what is happening?
market makers making the market, eh?
This is the largest spike in volatility since the 17th of March. So nearly a whole month that we've seen the largest on the 4-hour time frame. But
Real,
yeah,
man.
I mean, hey, I caught the short. I really hope the market just dumps from here.
Yeah, dude, that'll print. That's already printing for you though. That's a nice little catch for today. That's your lunch paid for, man. Easy. That's a great dinner.
I mean, it is. But hey, my goal is to just really focus on just taking less trades, but more confident trades, right? When you have a big pump like that into liquidity levels, when Bitcoin's at the top of a range, okay, all those sort of things. It's just better risk to reward that way. Better risk to reward that way.
Yeah, that was gagging to dump. Got the FEG as well. Claimed it. Now, bye-bye. Night. Yeah, that's probably it. Sorry, everyone who couldn't get Greeny couldn't get busy on that.
Hope he'll be back soon.
He said he should be better in a couple of days. I think he might have the bad flu or the C word or something like that. So should be back in the next couple of days. So we'll let you guys know. For those who don't know about Busy, he's been trading with me since 21, but he's been in crypto since, Jesus, man. I want to say since 2015. Big on liquidity pools, big into meme coins. He was raw dogging Ethereum-based meme coins with me. He was there live with Pepe. I think he got into Pepe sub 1 mil, 2 mil, man. So he's been around a long time. Good guy too. One of the few meme coin traders who kind of stuck around, but also trades big caps, small caps. He's well versed, and obviously liquidity pools now. Wealth of information. So it'd be good to get him on. I was actually looking really forward to asking him questions like, how does he survive the bear market since he's seen a few and things like that. So I think for the viewers, it'd be good to get someone else other than Greeny, who's been around a decade, who can explain his strategies to coping with times like now, because everyone's got a different approach.
Yeah.
So we'll definitely get him back on. It wasn't just to talk meme coins. It's just about, I wanted to speak to him about his decade-long experience here and how he sort of survived. Because the hardest thing to do is survive that long in crypto. Not many do. Not many survive 10 years in trading. So if you do survive that long, you're probably a bit special.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I've only really been profitable since 23. So like I'm 3 years in as of next month, I'm pretty sure.
I'm probably 2 years. So.
Yeah. No, sorry. April 23 is when I started really going to town on
same as me, actually, funny enough. Yeah, it was about that time together. Probably when we started streaming a lot.
I mean, late 23 was when we started streaming. I mean, but don't get me wrong, I still made a lot of money in 2016 and 2017 cycle and 2020 and 2021, but I walked away unprofitable because I round tripped, I got scammed, I was chasing dumb shit. That's why I'm so passionate, because I learned all this shit in the past, and I just don't want people to make the same mistakes. So that's why we love it. But hey, guys, I appreciate all your support. If you are new here, obviously drop a follow, subscribe. It's free. If you're obviously listening on any of our podcast platforms, we really appreciate you as well. Give us a little 5-star rating. It does go a long way and helps the algo recognize us as a legitimate show, which we very much are. But bearish close here. Bitcoin closes the day on just shy of $71,000, Craig. 4-hour close will look very bearish too. So I hope he's correct back towards sort of probably, it looks as though we'll probably correct back towards 69 today, but we'll wait and see. Again, I'm just predicting what price is doing, but we'll wait and see. But yeah, guys, don't forget, check out the BTCC exclusive. If you want a month free inside GTG, sign up to BTCC. No VPN required, no KYC required. Okay, trade on there, trade Bitcoin, trade Hyperliquid, trade whatever you want on there. do $1 million of trading volume, send me your UID on, you can send it to me on Instagram, you can send it to me on Twitter. And once you do that, then we'll obviously give you a free month inside GTG where you can get multiple live shows a week, all of our trading resources, chat to me, chat to Craig, chat to Nigma, chat to J Dude, chat to Sexy. Like, these guys have been trading for a long, long time. And then also chat to the community. Like, there's heaps of, like, Zaz in the community. There's other commenters as well who are in the community, who've been tuning in. So I appreciate you all. And guys, yeah, hopefully we'll have Busy on. Yeah, and as Craig said, like, he's been in crypto longer than me, but he has a different way that he goes about stuff. Liquidity pools, trading meme coins, being extremely aggressive during on-chain liquidity, when liquidity and volume's really high, being more aggressive than I probably was during that period and being less aggressive during a period like now. So I can't wait to talk strategy. It's so good to always talk with people who understand how markets move. So I'm excited for that conversation. Hopefully it happens in the next week or so. But yeah, as always, guys, thanks for tuning in. We're live every day, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard or 9 a.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. Craig, any last words?
I had to, no, not really. Actually, I was going to say, with BTCC, for those who also want to jump on there, there is a 10% deposit bonus as well as an added extra. So not only can you get a free month with GTG, even if you don't hit that target, you still get 10% on your deposit as well. So for the slightly smaller fish in the room, you could get a little win there too. Or for the big fish, you still get your 10%. So I just wanted to add that. Other than that, we'll book Busy in for another day. So apologies he couldn't be here. He did apologize. He said he felt very rude. I said, that's all right. We'll get you back. Greenie, you have a great day. I'm going to have a great day. I'm going to go do my learnings today since my tax is all done. So I'm going to go jump on Claude now. I'm going to walk the dog and then get on Claude, and we'll have a chat tomorrow and see where I got to on that bad boy.
Thanks very much, Craig. And guys, yeah, thanks again for tuning in, and we'll see you guys again live tomorrow.